Feet store. Come in for your free arch support fitting.
At Jacoby & Myers, when we get justice for you, it can make a big difference in your life. Here's what that means. Insurance offer, $100,000. Our result, $4.65 million. Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, we are open evenings and weekends for all of your after-hour and urgent healthcare needs. Call or visit our website for hours and locations near you.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Exclusive. The airline passenger known as the crazy plane lady
I am telling you right now.
breaks her silence. She became notorious for this meltdown.
That back there is not real.
What she's telling only Inside Edition.
Walk us through what the heck happened.
Then, TV personality Keke Palmer's shocking claim of domestic abuse.
She says he lunged at her neck and threw her over the couch.
The disturbing photos. And
The hero vet who came to the rescue of a pregnant woman being carjacked at a Starbucks drive-thru.
plus extra college credit outrage.
College professors offering extra credit to students to attend pro-Palestinian rallies.
Then, kayak death mystery. The haunting last video. But why did her companions on the trip allegedly leave town before they could be questioned by authorities? Plus, Taylor Swift stampede. Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us as we broadcast today from Palm Springs. Of all the many airplane meltdowns, hers is perhaps the most infamous. She became known as the crazy plane lady after marching down the aisle and accusing a fellow passenger of not being real. Although the moment went viral and it sparked spoofs and memes all over social media, it sure looked like she was having some sort of crisis. So what was going on? In an Inside Edition exclusive, she tells her side of the story to Stephen Fabian.
She's the woman dubbed Crazy Plane Lady after that epic plane meltdown seen around the world.
And I am telling you right now that back there is not real.
Now, in this Inside Edition exclusive, Tiffany Gomez is opening up about her freak out on the plane.
It was the worst moment of my entire life.
In the infamous viral video that has more than 450 million views, Gomez storms to the front of the plane just moments before takeoff.
You can spit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
I stayed at home for over 4 weeks because I was so ashamed and so embarrassed, like I didn't want to go in public.
Now, for the first time, Gomez is explaining what happened on board the American Airlines flight from Dallas to Orlando. She says she was heading out to a family vacation when she just lost it.
What do you want to say to the people out there who are like, okay, this girl was drunk, this girl was on something?
And there's a reason why I'm getting the
I had an altercation and I felt very strongly that I needed to get off the plane.
According to the police report, Gomez was arguing with a fellow passenger, accusing them of stealing her AirPods. The 39-year-old demanded the plane return to the gate.
Stop the plane!
And it did.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off.
With her $1,900 designer handbag slung over her shoulder, she let loose.
But I am telling you right now that back there is not real.
What did you really mean by that?
It was a figure of speech, like he's not being real.
Like when you say this person's fake or this person's not real, he's not quote unquote keeping it real. You weren't saying that this person is not a real person.
Yes.
Do not let that plane leave. Being dead serious.
Why did you think the people were in danger on the flight?
Just due to the altercation. I don't want to go into too much detail for legal reasons.
Gomez became one of this year's top Halloween costumes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, here's a baby dressed up as you.
This was like my favorite. Crazy plane baby.
Telling you right now.
Look how spot on her outfit is. The bag and everything.
And the subject of many, many spoofs.
That back there is not real.
She thinks they're funny.
I got through this whole thing like laughing at myself.
And Gomez admits even she's annoyed by the sound of her voice.
I am telling you.
God, I can't hear that voice.
Despite the worldwide attention she's received, Gomez says she's focusing on her marketing and real estate ventures. She gave me a tour of her stylish Dallas home.
This is where I spend most of my time.
Oh my gosh. You have like your own movie theater here.
It's pretty much that. I'm actually a big homebody, funny enough. I love to travel. Luckily, I still can.
Just not on American.
Just not on American.
Yep, American Airlines has banned her.
I am telling you right now that back there is not real.
Next time, more of our exclusive interview as Ms. Gomez heads back on board an airplane. She showed off her baby bump when she hosted Saturday Night Live. Now, television personality Keke Palmer is coming forward to say she is a victim of domestic violence. Palmer sharing disturbing photos she says shows the father of her child lunging for her neck and throwing her over a couch. Lisa Guerrero reports.
Shocking allegations of domestic abuse from popular TV personality Keke Palmer. The former GMA3 host, who hosted the game show Password, has been granted a temporary restraining order against her ex-boyfriend. Darius Jackson is the father of her 8-month-old son. The actress, who famously showed off her belly bump when she hosted SNL, was granted a temporary restraining order today after submitting shocking images taken from surveillance video, including this image from a surveillance camera of her being thrown over the back of a sofa. Keke Palmer alleges the domestic violence occurred here at her Los Angeles home over the course of 2 years. And she says the most recent incident happened last Sunday. She called police.
On the phone that the suspect was attempting to kill her.
In the court documents, Palmer says the abuse included striking and grabbing me around the neck and threatening to kill himself with a gun if I left him. Palmer says the abuse has gone on for 2 years. These photos from 2022 show Jackson allegedly manhandling her. She ends up at the bottom of the stairs. She also accuses him of hitting me in front of our son and spewing profanities about me to our son. The court granted her temporary custody of their son. Palmer's mother, Sharon, weighed in on the accusations last night, saying she reached out to Jackson's brother.
I went to Sharona's over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter.
Keke Palmer caused a social media stir when she appeared with the singer Usher at his Las Vegas concert. She's wearing a sexy bodysuit under a sheer dress, and that apparently bothered her boyfriend. It's the outfit, you a mom, he tweeted to much backlash.
We reached out to Palmer and her ex for comment, but did not hear back. Today, the nation is observing Veterans Day, and it is the perfect time to hail the hero in this next story. Cops say a pregnant woman was being carjacked at a Starbucks. And as Amber Cagliano reports, an Army veteran who saw it all didn't hesitate to intervene.
You're about to see why America's veterans are held in such high regard. That's a former Army paratrooper leaping into action to foil a carjacking.
He was yanking a lady out of her car.
The drama starts as cops in Ocala, Florida pursue a driver in a suspected stolen car. He crashes at an intersection.
He just crashed
and takes off running.
Towards a white male building.
Then he runs over to a Starbucks drive-thru.
He's taking that car.
Cops say the suspect tried to hijack the car. The victim behind the wheel was pregnant. As luck would have it, the Army veteran was in the car behind them at the drive-thru with his girlfriend. He saw what was happening and stepped up to the plate. You can see Army vet Shane Spicer run up to the hijacked car as cops close in.
When you got into the car, what did you do?
I hit the guy on the side of the head a couple of times.
Then you see Spicer chase the suspect who's trying to slip away.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Police body cam shows Spicer pinning him to a wall.
Hey, let him go, let him go, let him go!
Then the cops take over. Police are praising Spicer's heroic action for helping our officers make the arrest and for keeping our community safe.
Everybody who knows him would probably say this is something that they're not surprised with.
And Shane, I understand that you're a veteran. Is that your training? Is that why you're wired in this way?
Of course it has an impact. You know, anytime you've been to combat, it's something that never leaves you.
Inspiring words on the day America honors our heroes.
Let him go, let him go, let him go!
The suspect is facing a long list of charges, including attempted carjacking and resisting arrest. Other news today, demonstrations over the Israel-Hamas war continue on college campuses around the country. And you may be stunned to hear this. A number of prestigious universities are offering extra credit to students who attend anti-Israel rallies. They're calling them field trips.
It's Hate 101. Students at campuses across America are being offered extra credit for attending pro-Palestine rallies. Students at UC Berkeley earned 5 credit points just for attending a national student walkout classified as a field trip. Students here at UCLA were also offered extra credit for turning up at a rally termed a teach-in on the war in Gaza. One professor reportedly canceled his class so all his students could attend. It seems as if some of the disturbing scenes we've been watching on college campuses are driven by professors. This University of Pennsylvania professor can be seen ripping down kidnap posters as students join in.
Why are you taking those down?
A PhD student and teaching assistant at USC was caught on video laughing as she tore down 9 kidnap posters.
Why are you laughing? That's not funny.
The man being questioned in the death of a Jewish man at a pro-Palestine rally near Los Angeles was identified in published reports as a community college computer science professor. Hundreds of pro-Palestinians assembled at the iconic New York Public Reference Library last night. A cop stepped in as a pro-Palestinian supporter confronted a couple carrying kidnap posters.
You're a fascist and a genocide monster. You don't.
Then they marched to the New York Times building and stormed the lobby. Police vehicles were vandalized. In Gaza, civilian casualties continue to mount. An Israeli strike near a hospital appeared to have set off a Hamas munitions dump. More proof that Hamas is operating close to hospitals. Secretary of State Antony Blinken acknowledged what many have been saying.
Far too many Palestinians have been killed. Far too many have suffered these past weeks.
According to the Gaza Health Ministry, more than 11,000 Palestinians have been killed in the conflict. In other news today, this 29-year-old woman went to Guatemala on a yoga trip and then vanished without a trace. It has now been 3 weeks, and her family is not only worried sick, they are frustrated about the lack of information coming from others on the retreat.
This is the haunting last video of a vacationing American taken right before she went missing on her kayak. 29-year-old Nancy Ng was on a week-long yoga retreat in Guatemala when she vanished. Elaine and Lee Beal are the owners of Kayak Guatemala. They rented out their kayaks to Nancy and the 9 other tourists in her group.
Were you guys informed at the time that one of the kayakers was missing?
Oh, yes. Yes.
They shared with Inside Edition this photo taken as the kayakers headed out on Lake Atitlan, considered one of the most beautiful lakes in the world. An hour later, the tourist returned, but not Nancy. She had apparently decided to kayak deeper into the lake with another tourist.
We assumed that she wanted to swim off of the kayak. If you stand up or even get out of your kayak, it automatically pushes away from you.
But the tourist who was with Nancy has allegedly declined to say what happened or even speak to Nancy's grieving family.
It just seems more odd that as time passes and this person, the survivor, may, she certainly has maybe seen the news and knows what's going on, has not even now disclosed any information.
Did you all have an opportunity to talk to the other kayakers that day?
No, they were all ushered away.
Is that not unusual to you that someone on a group who rented your kayaks lost someone in the water and they wouldn't speak to you?
It struck us as very strange and still does.
Did they pay their bill?
No.
Search and rescue teams, paid for by Nancy's family, are scouring every inch of the deep blue waters looking for her. Her siblings, Jonathan and Nikki, just want answers to what happened to their sister.
Your first thought is it a potential drowning? But then the question comes, if it is a drowning and nothing nefarious was done, why aren't witnesses coming forward? We do know there are people that saw what happened and they haven't come forward.
The family is speaking out in hopes that someone has some information that they will share that will lead to Nancy being found. We'll be right back.
Next, the dentist on trial
for hiring a hitman to kill his brother-in-law.
The driver's side window is all bashed in, and he's got blood all over his head.
The verdict is in. Plus, Taylor Swift Stampede. Inside Edition with Deborah Norville. We'll be right back.
My A1C was up here. Now it's down with Rybelsus.
His A1C?
It's down with Rybelsus.
My doctor told me Rybelsus lowered A1C better than a leading branded pill.
And that people taking Rybelsus lost more weight. I got to my A1C goal and lost some weight too.
Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
You may pay as little as $10 per prescription.
And we're just going to let you know that things are going to be all right. We have a lot of hard-working people in the Central Valley that are very talented, gifted. I am trying to take up golf. I think I'm an amateur, usually just play about 9 holes or so. My favorite thing about being a news anchor in the Central Valley, you kind of get to help out people plan their day. We kind of know at the end of the day, things are going to be all right. Things are going to come together. It will take a little while, but we'll get there.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh. That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sales, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Happy holidays. La vie est belle. Lancôme.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
Ultimate Endless Shrimp is here with a limited time flavor drop. New Crispy Dragon Shrimp. One of 7 endless choices. Right now, only at Red Lobster. Welcome to fun dining.
The family of a law professor murdered 9 years ago says they've finally gotten justice. It turns out the mastermind of the driveway execution was the victim's brother-in-law. His sister was in the midst of a child custody dispute with the victim.
It was a shocking murder for hire. Prominent Harvard-educated law professor Dan Markel shot twice in the head as he drove into the garage of his Tallahassee home. Crime scene photos show the shattered car window, his cell phone, and broken glasses.
The driver's side window is all bashed in, and he's got blood all over his head.
This is the moment cops told the professor's wife, Wendy Adelson, that her ex had been shot.
Who would do this?
I don't know. That's why you're here, and that's why we're talking.
Now, a stunning turn in the investigation. Wendy Adelson's brother, Charlie, has been found guilty of murder.
The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
The Florida dentist mouthed the words no and crumpled forward. Dan Markel was gunned down in 2014 in the midst of a bitter custody battle over his 2 young sons with his ex-wife, Wendy. She wanted to move 450 miles away to Coral Springs, Florida, but a judge ruled the kids had to stay in Tallahassee. During her brother's murder trial, Wendy Adelson was grilled on the stand.
Were you involved in any way in the plot to kill your ex-husband?
Absolutely not.
Was part of the plot for you to be able to have plausible deniability about this?
Absolutely not.
Her brother's former girlfriend also took the stand and testified that he asked her about hiring a hitman.
Do you know anybody that can harm someone?
And did you know anybody that could harm someone?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
The slain man's heartbroken parents, Phil and Ruth Markell, and his sister Shelley, spoke after the guilty verdict came down.
This feeling of relief?
The relief.
It's relief. It's a long time.
It's so long, 9 years.
As for the professor's ex-wife, prosecutors have named Wendy Adelson as an unindicted co-conspirator.
The hitmen, who were paid $100,000 each for the killing, remain behind bars. The convicted dentist faces life in prison at his sentencing next month. When we come back, Taylor Swift rocks Buenos Aires to a Swiftie stampede.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Wow. Incredible. Amazing. My go-to is Lumify eye drops.
Lumify dramatically reduces redness.
In 1 minute.
And look at the difference.
My eyes look brighter and whiter.
For up to 8 hours.
Lumify? It's kind of amazing. See for yourself.
Lifestyle show. How are you doing back there?
I think I'm doing good.
It's National Pretzel Day, a day to celebrate. The Good Feet store is here to help. This is an exciting day. We're throwing a party. We're throwing a pizza party. Oh, Robert.
Thank you,
Thanks
Robert.
for being here.
When it comes to your health, you do you. You ping and pong that body. You plunge that body. You green that body. You brain power that body. You practice and practice that body. You make it rain that body. You flu shot that body. And now you Spikevax that body. Because even though the pandemic is over, COVID-19 isn't. Spikevax by Moderna is a vaccine to help protect you against COVID-19. You shouldn't get Spikevax if you've had an allergic reaction to Spikevax or its ingredients. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. The most common side effects are injection site pain, redness and swelling, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain, and fever. Make vaccination against COVID-19 a part of your health routine. Spikevax that body with Spikevax by Moderna.
Taylor Swift is not just an American phenomenon.
Taylor Swift kicked off the international leg of her Eras tour in Buenos Aires last night. The pop star donned one sparkly outfit after another in front of more than 70,000 fans. It's her first show ever in Argentina, and boy, were the Swifties excited. Some camping out on the street since June. That's 5 months just to get close to the stage. And this was the scene when the doors finally opened. It's a stampede of Swifties. Oops, down she goes, but she gets right back on her feet to claim her coveted spot. Taylor surprised fans with a telling addition to her set list, the song Labyrinth. Just listen to the lyrics. Fans were hoping to catch a glimpse of Taylor's new love interest, Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce, but he was back home at a gala in Kansas City. Now the lovebirds have reunited. DailyMail.com snapped this photo of Travis touching down today in Buenos Aires.
When we come back, a sweet soldier homecoming for Veterans Day.
Hot and crispy golden fries, all sprinkled in salt. But There's really not much to say, is there?
We've got a deal for any occasion. Right now, enjoy a $5.59 20-piece McNuggets, or make it a bundle and add 2 medium fries for $11.99. Save time by ordering ahead and picking up curbside.
Tony, your parents know you're over here again, right?
Yep.
Great.
Tony lives next door. See, his parents decided to just use their phone for home internet. So when everyone is on, Tony's over here streaming and drinking all my soda. My dog.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract.
We're going to bed, Tony.
Good night. I'll lock up if I leave.
Get real home internet on the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity.
We're all hoping tomorrow will be better than today. My name is Bree Crowell, and we're working to build a safer energy system that's more reliable and more affordable in the long run for every Californian. Whether it's stronger poles that can withstand extreme weather, undergrounding lines to prevent wildfires, or installing powerful new technologies to spot problems faster. Our PG&E team knows every connection matters, and we take pride in the things we do. That's why we're proud to help build a better future for our hometowns and yours.
Raising 4 children, it's expensive. Constant budgeting, groceries, medical bills, sports. It's been really hard to maintain our budget. When we found out that Congressman John Duarte voted to raise costs on basically everything we need, we were speechless. That's groceries, utilities, even healthcare. Duarte even voted to make it harder to lower the cost of gas, when driving to the doctor or to the grocery store already costs too much. John Duarte shouldn't be voting to make our lives harder. We can't afford that.
Tears of Joy next.
Travel consideration provided by
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Land. A new, healthier world without cigarettes. As long as you don't count the 6 trillion sold worldwide every year. And vaping won't lead to smoking if you ignore the research that says otherwise. In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the deadliest industry is your friend.
Cover California is a free service from the state that's already helped millions of people like you get and pay for health insurance. With financial help to lower the cost of health coverage, you could get a quality health plan for less than $10 a month. Every plan covers preventive care, doctor visits, emergency care, and more. If you have questions, we're here to help every step of the way. Cover California, this way to health insurance. Enroll by December 31st at coveredca.com.
Next, ET, we break down the 2023 Grammy nominations, plus...
We're closing out Hawaii Week with Jack Johnson at the Kokua Learning Farm.
And it's an ET exclusive.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Ksee 24.
Finally, today, as the nation observes Veterans Day, we honor all the men and women who serve our country, and we wish them all moments just as sweet as this.
This little girl is missing her dad, who is serving in the military.
We weren't sure if he was going to be here with us, so we have a special video that we're going to play for her.
But he's not on video. He's really there.
Sweet. That's Inside Edition today from Palm Springs. We'll see you next time.
A man who charged at them with pepper spray and a knife. We have the latest. And remembering the Dinuba middle school teacher killed, the vigil being held tonight.
The Golden One Member Cash Rewards Plus credit card gives you more cash back on everything. 4% on gas, 3% on restaurants and groceries, and 1% on everything else. You get more with a Golden One credit card.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
Get a large 2-topping pan pizza for $11.99.
As a young mother in 1978, she remembers the first time she brought her children to the new health center in Buttonwillow. Omni Family Health has been caring for patients and their families for 45 years. Now a great-grandmother, her family has grown, and so has Omni Family Health, with nearly 40 health centers and over 200 providers in 4 counties. But one thing hasn't changed, is how we care for your family as if they were our own.
Our family serving yours, Omni Family Health.
We all need something different from our home.
You're approved.
That's why Golden One helps you get more. From lower rates to expert advice from people who can guide you through the process. We make sure you get more so you can be more.
Get local news that matters at the new YourCentralValley.com and your certified accurate forecasts every day. KC24 News is always available at YourCentralValley.com.
Get your Bulldog fix. Bulldog Insider, Sunday at 9:30 on KC24.
Tonight, Keke Palmer attacked by her ex. Her domestic violence claims, what the disturbing security footage shows then. Taylor Swift's back on tour. New details as Travis Kelce joins her in South America. Plus, Grammy nominee.